passing the parameters to the apex class method, or invoking an apex class method which has a parameters, right? So let us look at the next example what we have. So let me create an apex class first. Enable. Public static string I was giving the bad. So I'm going to return you some string value. Or else like rating equal to rating. Return result. I give a apex class method. I give a apex class method where I was trying to take 3 parameters. With the help of those 3 parameters, I was trying to insert one account record. If that account record is inserted successfully, I am going to return inserted successfully, and this is the record ID. If it is failed, insertion failed, and this is the error message. This is the method here. So I have an apex class with method which contains 3 parameters. So we want to invoke an apex class method which contains these parameters. So the story is the same again. Now again I am going for the lightning component. Go to this controller, example 2. Now I can go with this. First I will take a static data, then we go for making a dynamic data. Right. So I was giving lightning button, label, create, on click. So what is the method I gave here? So I gave call me method, go to the controller, Then I was trying to take where action equal to component dot get c dot call account. First step, invoking a method from Apex class. The second step, pass the parameters. Pass the parameters. So how do you pass the parameters? It is like action dot set params. It is going to be like a key value pair. Action dot set params. It is going to be a key value pair. What is the key? What is the first parameter we have taken here? Name, rating, industry. Name, colon, rating, and put up the value, rating, and we are going with industry. Now we are passing name, rating, industry. Right now I am taking a static data. Let us take a first example of static data. Action dot set params, name, rating, industry. Then what I was supposed to do? A dot NQ action. Then we have to give callback action. Action dot set callback. This comma function response. So what I was doing in this case, where state equal to response get state. Here, if state equal to success. Now if state equal to success, we are supposed to get the value. Where result equal to, how do you get the value? Response dot get. Then I am giving console dot log. So look at this. Second step, pass the parameter. Third step, write the callback action. Then what I am trying to do? Get the state of the response. If the state is success, then get the right amount. What is the extra step you wrote? Set params. What is the extra step I wrote? Set params. Then create a lightning application. This is how I wrote. Have a preview. Then inspect, open the debug log, create. So what is the message we got here? Inserted successful. Go back to the record, cross check. So we got a CSC record here. CSC record, detail page. I hope you are good with this. So how I am passing the data? Reading hot, account name CSC, industry equal to, somewhere I gave. What is the industry I gave? Industry value is not set. What is the value of industry I give?
Energy.
Energy. Now, industry value is not passed. Industry value is not passed. Industry value is not passed. It's a blank here. The reason why it has not passed, the reason why the value is not passed here is, it is a case sensitive. I gave capital I, but the parameter there was small I. But here I passed capital I, because of which it failed. Let me run the program again. So the operation failed because of that. Record inserted successfully. So it's a case sensitive, because of which that failed. Go back, detail page, industries, energy. Now, whatever the parameters I gave here, the same name should be used. It is a case sensitive. It is a case sensitive. So whatever the names I have given here, exactly they should be replicated here. They are case sensitive. I hope you are good with this. Clear? We are passing the data. As a parameter. So action dot set parameter. What is this action? It's a variable. Previously I took ABC. Now I took action. Previously I took ABC. Now I took as an action. So whatever the action I was calling, the action dot set params. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Right. Now let us merge up all the topics what we have done for till today and make one example. Now let us merge up all the topics what we have done and create this. So what I was trying to do.
May I know? Sorry to interrupt. May I know how the DML operation got inserted here?
No,
set params was used. How
I wrote a DML, no? In the method I made a DML operation, right? Okay, boss. I made a DML operation here. Okay. Now, let us look at this example. Let us try out the combination of whatever we have done till now. So basically, I want two layouts. Lightning card. In the lightning card, I want two layouts. In the lightning card, it should ask me new account. Cancel. Now within this body, I have to get now initially this component will be displayed to me. This component will be hidden. This component should be hidden. Actually, there are two layouts. Left layer should be visible, right layer should be hidden. Now, when I enter the data, then when I click on the save, the record should be saved successfully, and the message I have to get. If the record was saved successfully, then I have to get message record ID. Now this component should be displayed to you only when after it was successfully inserted. this layout should be displayed to me. This layout should be displayed to me only after the record was successfully inserted. If the record was successfully inserted, show me this layout. Otherwise, don't show me that layout. After the record was successfully inserted, show me this. Basically, the component was there on the page. Only after the record was successfully inserted, the detail of the page should be displayed here. Now, with respect to the topics what we have seen, we'll try to create. Right? We are not looking for a best solution. With respect to the topics what we covered, how to achieve it. Right? With respect to the topic what we completed, we want to achieve this. So we had a lightning card with custom title, custom actions, and we had a body in the lightning card, and we have two layouts: layout 1, layout 2. Layout 1, layout 2. In the layout 1, I have to insert the data. In the layout 2, I have to display the data. Layout 2 should be displayed only if it is success. DML is success, the record. DML failed, error message should come. What is that error message? So and so, error has happened. If it is success, I have to get success message here. Error, I have to get error message here. Can we do it with the concepts what we covered? Right? What are the topics that will be covered here? Lightning card, actions, then layout, CSS. I have to go with layout item, CSS, then invoking in Apex class, then passing the parameters. I hope you are good, right? Almost all the topics will be covered here. Now let us see this. So will you try or shall I try it? Right? Will you try from your end? Let us do parallelly one by one. Let us do parallelly one by one. Let us start with the first one. Create Apex class. Let us do it parallel. Everyone start creating an Apex class. In Apex class, what do you want? Now we have two choices. Now what are the variables we have? Name, phone, industry, rating. 4 parameters are passed. I have to take those 4 parameters and I have to return what? I have to return record ID or error message. I have to return the record ID or error message. Now create an Apex class. Create an Apex class. Create account. Create an Apex class. Create an Apex class. Create account, which will take 4 parameters. Insert the data. If record was inserted successfully, it is going to give you record ID. Otherwise, it has to give you message. Create an Apex class. String name. Complete the program, boss. Create the Apex. Make an attempt from your end. If you are not able to find it, just look at my code. But everyone make an attempt of writing the code from your end. So it is good if you can bring your laptops. It will be good, so that we can have a parallel executions. At least if you get basic things, the rest of the examples you can practice. If you are able to get your laptops, it's very good. Account ACC. ACC.name. Insert ACC. So basically, first Apex class I have created, which is taking name, industry, rating, phone. If account was inserted successfully, it is going to give the ID of the record. Else it is going to give you. Error message. Right, Emma? Done? Everyone has done this? Okay. No hurry. Try from your end. Done? Everyone is comfortable with this? Okay. Let us move on to the lightning component. Right. In the lightning component, we are trying to include Apex class. So put some. So create a lightning card first. Everyone design a lightning card with a title and actions. First design lightning card with the title and actions. Lightning card with the title and actions. Create a lightning card with the title and actions. Example 3. Okay. Create a lightning card. Then we have your set attribute equal to your set attribute equal to title. And here we have your title, account and new account. At the same time, create lightning draw set attribute equal to your set attribute equal to action. Your set attribute equal to action. So define the actions, everyone. Lightning button group. So we have created lightning card. So we got lightning card. So till now whatever we designed, let me show it. Lightning application. The basic structure we have created. Lightning, account, new account and the buttons. The first part of the story is done. Then what was the next part? The body should be divided into two layers. The body should be divided into two layers. So how you divide the body into two layouts? Lighting layout, item, and we have to go with lighting layout, layout item, size, and you go with 8, size 6, input area and display area. Let me first, then class we had what was that? Okay, no issue. Let's come back to this. Now we had the page here. So input area and display area. Now we want to apply any div in this area. We'll put some div. So here just to get the gap, we missed out the style class actually. Let me cross check. Then we will give the div between the elements to get the padding around small. Let's go back here. Right. Then we have layout with layout item. Okay. Now put the div. In the div, lightning input, name. You want to read it based on IDs or you want to put an attribute? Your choice. If you want to put based on attributes, you draw attribute, name, no, you want to take based on IDs, then we'll take IDs. It's our choice, based on ID or based on attribute. Then here we have name, industry, phone, so here we have v dot name, so whatever the values we are entering, we are trying to take list. So we gave the structure. We can apply the CSS to get the look and feel. Right, boss? We can apply the CSS to get the look and feel. Again, we can apply, we can bring the elements quite closer. Now what I can do, this is the body. Now the second layout The second layout should be displayed. Yura if is true, if it is true, display this. If it is true, display this. Now let us go back, go to the style, width, height, border, then margin left, the pixel padding, then go back to the app. So go to the structure here. What is our div we have? Class equal to box. Here also class equal to box. So go to the application. This is what we had. If you want to apply, you can apply. Now see, outer div I have not applied CSS. So we got the complete structure. If I apply the CSS for outer div also, we get the smaller size. Okay. Now this is what I get. Now here I want to get the next component. The next component will be displayed only for the sake of showing you the same data will be displayed here. I am giving name, v.name. Come again. We have not seen output label set, output text we have not seen. Watching will be fun only. If you write it, just so initially I will make this as default as true, just to show that whether the output is getting displayed or not. This is how we are getting. Okay, I can avoid the paddings and all the stuff to get closer, because to show you the differences I gave padding style. This is what I give. So what is the button here? When I click on save, data what I entered here should be taken, should be inserted into Apex class, and if you got ID, the data should be displayed here. If you not received ID, I have to display error message. Right? If the data is inserted, successfully, I want to insert it. So, right. I hope this is clear for everyone, right? So initially what I am doing. So the CSS we can make it how do you call Apex class? There is a method called call me. Go to controller. Now what it was supposed to do? What you are supposed to do? Where action equal to, first read the value, where name equal to component dot get v dot, because we have to pass these values as parameters, where industry equal to component dot get v dot This is how we got it. Then we are giving where action equal to component dot get c dot call. Now what I was supposed to do, action dot set callback, set params. We are supposed to pass the parameters. What is the order of parameters? Name, industry, rating 4. Name, industry, rating 4. Industry rating 4. So whatever the values you are entering from the VF, okay, from the lightning component, I took the data, I am passing those values as parameter. Then give the callback action, action dot set, comma. So what I was supposed to do, where state equal to response dot get state. Then if state equal to success, where result equal to return value. If I have to apply a string and string functions here, so tell me some string functions here. I was supposed to apply string functions, is okay. What I can do, component dot set b dot component dot set b dot flag. What is the flag? Then I will take one attribute here. In the beginning, somebody is asking, what is the use? How do you use the variables here? Now, this type of scenarios, I can use a variable here, where I need success or failure. At the same time, I need ID. If it is success, I need to. If insertion was successful, I need ID. Else, I want to see error message. Okay. So tomorrow we'll take a variables. There you can extend the example. Component dot set v dot result. Parsing somewhere. What was that? Component dot set v dot result. Parsing error, line number 10, unexpected token double equal to should be equal to result. Then I was giving here component this is what I give. So if it was inserted, I will get ID, otherwise I will get error message. Then there is one more method I have to give. So what I am doing here, if it is a show component dot set So whenever I call a show method, we are going to call this. I hope you are good with this. So whenever we click on call me, Apex class, okay, when you call me, the functionality is called. This is getting the data of name, industry, and so and so. Invoking a method called call account with the parameters name, industry, rating, phone. So if it is success, get me the result. If it is success, get me the result. The result may be ID of the record or error message. Then I told show flag equal to true. So whatever the detail page I want to show, that I am displaying it. Did you follow this point? So if the flag equal to true, this component will be displayed. If flag equal to true, this will be displayed. Otherwise, this will be hidden. I hope you are good. People follow this example. This is what I gave. So this is what I gave. Then I am giving here. Save the data. When you save the data, it is not inserting. So let me write some consoles to find out where was the bug. Did I put the actions there? First thing, C dot call me. Come again. I didn't get you. Line number. NQ action. You are right. So that is the reason why you just try to write NQ action in the beginning itself. So go back, let me put some consoles so that it's easy for you to track the bugs here. Console.log. There you write system.debug. Here we are writing console. So go back to the action. Reload the page. So this is how we got it, right, Amma? I hope people have followed this example. Now come back to the component C. So come back to the component C. So basically, what I have done, I had a lightning card. So if you want, you can also apply some CSS for the external box. Width. Go to this external. So go to the app. This is what I created. All right, boss. So what we have done, we created a lightning card. The lightning card custom title, actions. In the body, I have created a layout with the 2 items. Layout 1, layout 2. I told layout 2 should be displayed only if the flag equal to true. So when that flag equal to true, when I call an apex class method, if the insertion was done, if the apex class method invocation is successful, then keep the flag equal to true. Keep the flag equal to true. So layout item 1, layout item 2. We are hiding the layout item 2. I told show the layout item 2 only when the flag equal to true. After entering the data, click on save button. When you click on the save button, the data is captured from here and it is invoking an apex class method with the parameters. How do you call the parameters? Action dot set params. Previous example I have taken as what? Static data. Now we are taken as dynamic data. We have taken as dynamic data. I hope you are good with this, right? When it is true, get the flag equal to true. It is going to display the data. Then keep cancel, which is going to reset the data of the block. I hope you are good. So all the topics are covered in this, except the helper. Everything we have done. Except the helper method, everything we have done. Whatever you have done till today from the beginning, almost all the things are covered except helper method. I hope you are good. Now the next one, what we need to understand is, right, don't worry, I'll not continue. Right. So next one, what I'm going to take is how to invoke the variables. Now I want to pass multiple variables. When you say return type, whenever I say return type, only one value I can return. So my question is, if I want to return S object, how will you capture? Set it to the attribute. If I want to pass S object as a parameter, how will you pass? Third one, if I want to return multiple values, I don't want to return a list of record. I want to return one account, one contact, one opportunity. When I want to return one account, one contact, one opportunity, then I cannot use straight away S object. Then I have to go with creation of wrapper class. So there, when I say wrapper class, then I will be telling you how to use the variables. Because wrapper class means what? It's a class with only variables. How to use the variables of the class within the component. There I will be covering it. So the functionality is what I am going to cover tomorrow. How to pass S object as parameter. How to get S object as return type. Second one, how to pass the list of, how to get the list of records and display in the table. How to get the list of records and display in the table. When I say when you are displaying in the table, till now we have used iteration. But now I will be using a standard functionality called data table. There is a concept called data table, which will give you exact look and feel of Lightning. Now how we are displaying data table in the Visual Force page, it give a table but not aligned. Like but when you go to page block table, same look and feel of your Salesforce. Like that we have a concept called data table, which will give the look and feel of Lightning. So how to get the list of records, display using a data table, then how to get the wrapper class and display it. This will be the topic. With that, we will be closing the Apex class invocation in the Lightning component. Right? Again, we will come back to the Apex class at the end for invoking web services. By then, almost every functionality will be covered by tomorrow. So this concept is clear. So our concept is how to fetch a list of records, display it in the VF page. Display it in the Lightning component. List of records, displaying the Lightning component, invoking a wrapper class and displaying the data. These two are the major concepts that we are going to deal for tomorrow. Data table, list of records, and wrapper class, and S object as a parameter or as a return type. So this will be the topic for tomorrow's discussion. I hope everyone is comfortable with the topics what we covered for the day. We'll do it, boss. We cannot break it in between. We'll do it. Right, boss. I hope you're good. Right. Once you come to the basics, completion of the basics, when you know how to create the components, then I will introduce Lightning SFDs. Now, if I introduce at a time, neither you get basics of Lightning nor basics of SFD. At least one should be easy, so that second thing we can learn it. So let us get some basics first, so that when I write the same code in the SFDX, you will not break your head to understand what it is. So once you are done with the basic structures, when you know how to write a basic components, then I will go with SFDX. There you can concentrate on setting up rather than Lightning code, because the code you can understand. Right, boss? Till now, whatever you have done, are you comfortable with that? That examples you can form, right? Right? Okay. Chalo, boss.
Satish.
Yes.
Satish, once will you please show me that code, how you are linking the Apex method with the component, where you have invoked that controller equal to
JavaScript, no. The JavaScript we are calling here, no.
Can you once show that method alone, that call account, that method in the last example? Okay, simply we are creating an account and displaying that in a new layout box, right? Whenever the Boolean variable is getting true.
Exactly.
Okay.
Online, any queries from your end, Amma?
Satish, we need to ask admin team for getting login credentials for your website, for your videos website.
Yes.
Okay.
What is that new student access? I didn't get. I didn't get what you're asking. Login details. Notes at the rate of. What is the password I gave him? I think.
Salesforce 123.
Thank you. Come again, Amma?
I've sent a mail to you regarding displaying 80,000 papers.
Display? I didn't get you.
Display 80,000 papers. Yeah.
80,000 records on
BF page.
BF page. Straight away you cannot display it, Amma. You need to break them into multiple pages and display it, or there is a limit only. Now, where is that 80,000 records available to you? Is it available in a list?
In a table. In object. In an object.
In object, so you cannot write a single query to get 80,000 records, right?
Yeah.
So you break them into multiple sets. Okay. You need a repeat and display it.
Okay. How can we break the query actually? With the query we can get.
Yeah, we can break it. No, from the query we can give the limit. No. Offset and limit. Use the offset and limit.
Then offset will be only 2,000, right?
Offset will be 2,000. But when you are using a read only, now you want the records to be in readable mode or readable mode?
Readable mode.
Readable mode. Readable mode. Okay. And you are supposed to do one thing. Now, when you get the data in a single query, you will not be able to get the data 80,000 records. Let us say you are getting a 40,000 records. Let us say. Then in the data table or page block table, you have a choice